I don't know if there's a trick, but here are a few of the things, right? The first, I think, is to have a almost impossible goal. So Myntra was about 275 million, if you remember correctly, when the acquisition happened, right? 275, 300 sort of million, right? 330 million, right? So I think I had gone out and said, by the way, that in 2 years, which didn't quite happen, but in 2 years, we'll be $1 billion. Right. And for me, I think being $1 billion business was important, right? So actually having an ambition, which you can then convince your board and your people is really important. Having a vision and a scale that is exciting and can be explained in the terms that appeal to both investors and people, I think is the first step of the process, right? Because then everybody sort of oriented. I think the second is sort of taking that sort of bigger picture 2-year goal and breaking it down and over exceeding your targets in the first 2 quarters or 3 quarters, so that then the board gives you extra resourcing and allows you to make decisions. Right? And I think that's really important. See, one of the big things that the board allowed was the Jabong acquisition. And the reason that happened is we actually exceeded every number, both top line and bottom line, for the first 4 quarters. Right? And therefore, there was a lot of confidence. So you have to start with a big, hairy goal, but then you have to break it down into something that you actually exceed what you commit to the board. Right? And I think that gives a lot of confidence and then a lot of leeway from the board to make this happen. That's the second. I think the third is hiring money, right? I think to go from a $300 million business to a $1.2, $1.3 billion business, which is where we left, where at least when I left, right? Takes a different kind of team. You need to keep the entrepreneurialism, but you need to start thinking system and process.